Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is JJ and today I have another pick a card for you guys. First of all, I do want to say thank you to all of you who are a part of my Patreon page. Thank you for all the love and support. If you guys did not know about it, I do have a Patreon page now. I do have 2 tiers there. All that information will be in the description box below if you wish to go and check it out. Yeah, so thank you very much. Sorry, you guys. I'm just the love. It's amazing. So we have 3 options. We have option number 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to be talking about the retrogrades. We're going to be talking about the fact that Saturn just went retrograde on May the 11th, and it will be retrograde until September 29th of this year. And also Venus will be joining Saturn as well on May 13th. Okay, so tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, if I don't have my tomorrow, all the way till June 25th, and then Jupiter will also be joining that retrograde on May the 14th. Okay, and of course Pluto is in retrograde, so there's a lot of planets going in retrograde right now, and I will be going into detail on that on my Patreon page about what each retrograde means. But for this pick a card, we're going to be just looking at what is Saturn retrograde bringing in for you, because Saturn retrograde talks about karma, right? It talks about discipline, structure, but it's also during retrograde is a good time for Saturn to bring in rewards for you, okay, of all the effort that you have put in while Saturn was direct. So let's see, option 1, 2, and 3, like always, all the timestamps will be pinned in the comment section. So let's start with option number 1. I've been asked to, what happens if I don't follow the retrogrades, JJ? Can I still do the pick a card? Absolutely. If you're not following the retrogrades or the transits, or you just don't resonate with them, or you're not a big fan of them, that's okay. You can still do the pick a card and see what comes through. So let's see, for option number 1. So what is this Saturn retrograde period going to bring you, or what do you need to be aware of? Psychic abilities, behavioral patterns. Ooh, okay. Okay, I do feel for those of you who picked option number 1, working with the crystal amethyst will be very beneficial for you during this period of Saturn being in retrograde. But I also feel here that your psychic abilities will be heightened during this time. There's also here a sense of awareness that's coming through, that you will become aware of certain behavioral patterns that you have been playing out in your life. So what does that mean? It means there are certain things in your life that you have been doing that have been stunting your growth, that have not allowed you to move forward in the direction that you want. And so Saturn retrograde is really going to highlight that for you in order for you to make the changes that you need to make, in order for you to move forward, in order for you to see success, in order for you to accomplish your goals and your dreams. Because again, Saturn is about structure, so you're going to be looking at what structure is working and which one is not. And I feel for you guys, it's going to be very much about your own behavior, okay, the things that you do. Okay, so there's going to be an awakening to certain projects, to certain ideas that maybe you've put off for other things. Okay, so I feel like during the Saturn retrograde, you are going to be taking a look at old aspirations, old visions, things that you need to kind of revisit in order for you to start them up, or for you to, I feel for many of you, you're going to be starting up something from the past. I feel like many of you are going to be taking up on new projects. There's going to be definitely a rebirth here for you guys during the Saturn retrograde with the spring here. I feel like a lot of things are going to bloom for you guys as well. But I also feel like there's going to be a renewal of energy here. It's kind of like you're waking up. Yeah, but there's going to be a lot of clarity here for you guys about projects, about certain things that you've been wanting to do. For some of you, there's going to be clarity around your psychic abilities. What are they and how can you use them and how to develop them? For some of you, you are going to be getting this sense of like, oh, okay, I know what structure I need to do, or I know what A, B, and C is, the steps are to fulfill this goal or to go after this dream of mine. There is this energy here of cleansing, okay, as well. Like I said, behavioral patterns. There's something that you're cleaning up here, that you're kind of like recycling, if you will, and letting go of old patterns, old things. Patience. I feel for a lot of you that you have been patient. You're going to see your patience being paid off during the Saturn retrograde. Okay, for a lot of you, this could be this energy of also of a little bit of feeling a little bit stagnant, okay, or being like, okay, I know what I want to do, because there's this surge of energy, right? There's this renewal energy, but I also feel like with the patience here, it's kind of like, you know what you want to do, but at the same time, it's kind of like Saturn being like, okay, wait, first we need to take care of certain things. Just wait here a little bit, okay? But you're going to have this energy of go. It's time to go. It's time to do. But you might be finding a little bit of trip ups here and there, but that's okay. Okay, that's okay. Adjustments are needed with 2 and 3 is 5. And I feel like if you make these adjustments, it will lead to harmony with 2 and 4 is 6. So it will lead to a more harmonious path for you if we take care of the things that are rising up for you during this time. Okay, because there are certain patterns that maybe you have been in denial about, that I feel like they need to be addressed before you can move forward, just to avoid pitfalls along your path, if you will. Also, during the Saturn retrograde, you will be learning about self and loving yourself. Loving yourself regardless of the behavioral patterns that you do have or that have hindered you on your path. There's going to be a renewal of self-love as well. For a lot of you, I'm hearing you're going to go on a detox. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hearing a detox, like a juice cleanse. Or maybe you're getting like a Reiki detox. I don't know, but there's something here about detoxing. Look at this, love, relationships, harmony. Like I said, it's going to be more harmonious for you. And look, number 6. And I was saying 2 and 4 means harmony. So definitely, I do feel like there's a renewal of harmony for you guys. So if things have been difficult for you, I feel like Saturn is rewarding you, especially when it comes to connections and relationships, and also the relationship with self. Because I feel like for many of you have been working on these behavioral patterns. You have been patient. You have been doing the cleansing. Maybe you've been in a detox, spiritual detox here. And so Saturn is telling you during the Saturn retrograde, I'm blessing you with, a renewal of self-love, a renewal of energy, and awakening you to your psychic abilities and to your projects in order for you to move forward. Page of Cups and the 6 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like Saturn is giving you something. There's an offer of love here. Okay, there's a kind gesture that someone is making towards you. Someone may be gifting you roses, or you might be seeing a lot of roses as signs as well. With the 6 of Swords, this is confirming what I said. You're leaving tumultuous waters behind. You're leaving something difficult behind. And I feel like there might be someone who is going to help you, right? Because we have a woman here on the boat with someone steering this boat. So I feel like there might be someone who can help you steer you in the right direction or take you in the right direction. I feel like also a lot of the mental chaos and the mental conflict is going to end. There's a lot of peace here for group number 1. It's a lot of peace. Things are blossoming for you, right? That spring, things are starting to, the flowers are opening up. Flowers are blooming. So I feel like a lot of blossoming in your life is taking place during the Saturn retrograde for you guys. And for a lot of you, it has to do a lot with your psychic abilities. For a lot of you, it has to do with your projects, with your career. With a lot of you, with the relationship that you have with self. For some of you, also relationships are blooming to the next level as well. I feel like this Saturn retrograde is just going to be filled with a lot of love here. A lot of love and a lot of peace. And I do feel like a lot of you, you're moving in a different direction because you've been very patient. You're getting to safe land is what I'm hearing. So whereas things before have been rocky, as the waters here have been very like choppy waters, I feel like you're moving into calmer waters. You're heading towards safe land. You've learned your lessons and you're taking those lessons with you. For some of you, there will be an offer here that will help you move forward in a certain direction. For others of you, this could be a young person, a water sign, okay? A Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, younger than you or young, okay? Could be helping you move forward in some direction. For some of you, you're receiving an offer or a project of some sort. For a lot of you, you might be falling in love as well, because the Page of Cups signifies puppy love, a crush here. But for a lot of you, I do feel like you're falling in love with yourself. Okay? Not in a negative way. You're just loving yourself. So this Saturn retrograde feels really good for you guys. For some of you, you will be looking at certain behavioral patterns, or maybe you're going to be looking at how someone plays out these patterns and how it affects you as well, how it affects your projects, and also what needs cleansing. What do you need to get rid of, right? Because we go in the shower, we take a bath to detox, to release. So there is going to be a lot of releasing, especially in terms of your emotions and relationships as well. You know, what relationships are not harmonious anymore? What relationships are not good for you? Which ones are holding you back? Which ones are not allowing you to move forward? I feel like all these themes will be playing out for you during Saturn return. Oh, I said Saturn return. So some of you might be in your Saturn return. I know for sure I am. I'm getting out of it, but you know, Saturn and Capricorn. So you might be on the same boat as me. No pun intended. So that is what I have for you guys. It looks really good overall. It looks like you've learned your lessons. It looks like Saturn will be rewarding you. So congratulations for that. And now I'm going to move to option number 2. So for those of you who picked pile number 2, let's see what Saturn retrograde is bringing in for you, or what themes are being played out for you. Introspection, self-inventory, okay? Creativity, change, goddess, and insight. Very similar to number 1, temptation, sadness, boundaries, the Tower moment, okay, and the Fool. So it's not a bad Tower moment. Okay, you guys, do not freak out. It's very beautiful, actually. I do feel like old structures are falling apart. I do have to say that with the Tower here. Okay, things that were built on a faulty foundation will be falling apart. Okay, whether this is relationships, whether this is career, whether this is any type of belief that you might be holding on to. Okay, because I feel like Saturn here is trying to give you a key to something for you to kind of move forward, okay, to reach a new tower, if you will, because I feel like this one, the one you've been in, it's on a faulty foundation, and I feel like there's one better for you over here that has the sun beaming in the background. And I feel like Saturn is telling you, like, we need to bring this down in order for you to go on a new path. Get your key and go on a new path. We need to let go of the old baggage here. Okay, for a lot of you, you have been dealing with temptation. Okay, temptation is something that you're longing for, something that you're yearning for, something that is not for you, something that you know that is, again, that is not good for you. Okay, or if it leaves you with that feeling of void, or it leaves you with that feeling of yearning. Okay, so I do feel here that you're gonna be, some of you might be clinging on to someone from the past, because we do have this gentleman right here as a ghost figure. You might be daydreaming. Okay, you might be holding on to an illusion. You might be But I feel like this is dying out because we have the candle being blown out here, 2 candles being blown out. So I feel like this is your second time in this lesson. It doesn't feel like it's new. It feels like you're gaining insight in this situation or about the situation that you've put yourself in, or you've allowed someone else to put you in this situation. And I feel like that is the illusion that is being popped here. It's kind of like Saturn is piercing your bubble. And you know what? It makes perfect sense because Saturn is all about structure. It's all about getting to the nitty-gritty of things. It's about truth. It's about not holding on to illusion, right? So I feel like here there's something that you were holding on to, something that wasn't for you, okay? But I feel like in some way you wanted this, and this is going to make you feel a little bit sad, okay? And I always tell this to my clients as well, is just because something is not for us doesn't mean that when it goes away it's not going to hurt. The thing is that we hold on to this and we build some type of emotional attachment to these things, even though we know they're not good for us. So it still hurts when they fall apart or when we detach, okay? So don't feel guilty for that. That is part of the process. That is human nature. And I feel like the Saturn retrograde is going to bring in a lot of change for you, okay? It's going to allow you to explore your creativity and to work with your sacral chakra, I believe it is. Also, I feel like orange might be a very good color for you guys during this Saturn retrograde. I do feel like Saturn is bringing in a lot of insight, a lot of clarity in things that will shake you to the core. I'm hearing a lot of things will fall away, a lot of things will disintegrate, but they're all to lead you to a new beginning. And for a lot of you, it's kind of like you've been wanting this change. It's kind of what it feels like. You've been wanting this change, but you didn't know how to go about it. And the reason is because you were holding on to something that you know deep down in your heart you had to let go of. And I feel like the Saturn retrograde is definitely going to put you in this period of introspection, of self-inventory, where you're going to be really honest with yourself and about what you're longing for. And I feel like that is where the key of wisdom will be given to you, and you will be able to cross. I feel like this is like a huge threshold, like a huge passage, if you will, here for you. Like you're right there. The key is right there. And I feel like you're walking through it, as you walk through it, there's going to be a new lifestyle, a new beginning waiting for you. I'm trying to see. Yeah, 1 and 9 is 10. So this is a new cycle. You're ending one cycle to start a new one during the Saturn retrograde. Again, it's kind of like what I'm getting the energy here for you guys is you're letting go of an old lifestyle. And I do feel like I feel like you guys have been working on this. So I feel like you guys might have an idea of what this is already. And it feels to me like it's taken up and will take up a lot of courage from you. A lot of courage to go on this path. It's not going to be easy. A lot of self-control here. A lot of you, again, you had to have a lot of self-control for this temptation. This could have been a person. Okay, because it feels to me like I had to have a lot of self-control. They're showing me the strength card. So that is like taming. And this could just be your shadow self. It could just be, your hunger for things that you know are not good for you or that are not meant for you. But I feel like because you're going on this path and you have tamed temptation in some way, now things can change for you. And now you can build a solid foundation, because now they're showing me the King of Pentacles. I'm seeing the King of Pentacles. So this is telling me that it's leading to a more solid foundation for you. For this pile, I do suggest that you look up 1919 as angel numbers in Google. And your intuition will guide you to what is the meaning for you, the message for you. But I feel like 1919 is going to be huge here for this pile. So look it up. I feel like there's a message there for you guys. I feel like you guys are starting with a clean slate, right? That's the Fool. It's time for you to fill up the circle, if you will. But again, knowing what things to feel. And again, for a lot of you, you had to learn to set boundaries with certain people. For some of you, you were in a third party situation. I know this is the three goddesses, but I do feel like this could have been a third party situation too. But I feel like you've gained a lot of wisdom from this, and so you're moving in a new direction. But this new direction is filled with a lot of stability for you. Did you guys hear the firecrackers? There's firecrackers in the background. Yeah, I feel for a lot of you, this was a choice that you guys were dealing with. You were juggling too much. You were juggling two things, and I feel like you're finally putting something down, and because you're doing that, you're able to move forward. Okay, fast progress is what I'm hearing, like fast movement. Things are picking up for my pile number 2. Yeah, because a lot of you were stuck in this energy. They're showing me the 8 of Swords. A lot of you were stuck or felt like you couldn't see the path forward when the path forward was right in front of you the whole time. All you had to do was let go of this. Let it fall down. Let it fall away. That is what I have for you guys. The Saturn retrograde is bringing in a whole new beginning for you that is more stable, that is more prosperous, that is going to allow you to have more freedom as well. Yeah, and there's more happiness here as well too. So that is what I have for you guys. Now I'm going to move to option number 3. For those of you who picked option number 3, let's see what the Saturn retrograde will be bringing in for you guys. Ooh, abundance, harvest. Okay, you're reaping big rewards here. Okay, something that you've been working on, you're finally going to see the harvest. A lot of money coming in, a lot of support, a lot of guidance from your angels, from your deities, from your ancestors, okay? And school. Yeah, you've learned your lesson. So this is like a huge thumbs up from Saturn. Okay, this is like you've learned your lessons, you did what you needed to do. Now be open to receive, right? Be open to receive. For a lot of you, you're going to see a lot of harvest in your teachings as well. Okay, home, selling out. I heard you didn't sell out. And what did I say? Ancestors. Okay, I'm hearing you did not sell out. You did not dim your light. You did not change who you were for instant gratification is what I'm hearing. You stuck to your true identity, to who you are at a core level, to your values. And because of this, I feel like Saturn is rewarding you. Because Saturn rewards people who work hard, right? Saturn loves people who work hard. Saturn really loves people who does not cut corners. And I feel like you did not do that. And Saturn is really applauding you for that. And telling you like you graduated. And so you're reaping really good things. I also feel like during the Saturn return, I keep saying Saturn return. So for some of you might be in your Saturn return, okay? For some of you, you might have Saturn in Capricorn. But I also feel like for some of you, you're graduating. For a lot of you, you're graduating. But I also feel like during the Saturn retrograde, you are going to be asked to prepare yourself for new lessons to come, because we're always growing, we're always evolving. You know, it's a soul's journey. It's the way it is. We never stop learning and growing. I do feel like the themes that will be playing out, so maybe you're going to have Saturn retrograde in your 4th house, because we have home and family together. So for a lot of you, there's going to be a lot of lessons, or you've learned a lot of lessons when it comes to your home life and your family life. For a lot of you, maybe you did your own thing. Maybe you didn't follow the same patterns that your family did. Maybe you ended some type of generational trauma. generational cycle. There's something that you put an end to, that you're like, I'm not repeating this again. This is stopping with me. And again, this is bringing in huge rewards for you. And this is something that I feel like it's generational. Page of Swords. Yeah, this is something from childhood. And the Queen of Cups. So for some of you, there is news coming in. Okay, for a lot of you, you are learning something new. You're researching something new. Obviously, from your house. I was going to say, obviously, we are in quarantine. From your home. Okay, you're probably teaching from your home, learning from your home. I feel like you've grown a lot with the Page to the Queen. You've grown a lot. I also feel for a lot of you, you've healed or you will be healing a relationship with a parent. Could be a mother. Does not have to be. Or maybe if you're the mother with the son or a daughter, an air sign. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And we have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I feel like there's a lot of abundance coming in with the 3 and 5 is 8. It's a lot of abundance here for you. For a lot of you, receiving news. See, she's looking at a letter. You might be receiving a gift. Okay, for a lot of you, you might be cutting out certain people. Okay, for some of you, even family members, that you're setting boundaries with these family members. Yeah, there's a lot of healing here that's happening within the family unit. Okay, a lot of emotional healing. But I'm hearing stand in your power. Do not sell yourself short here. Speak up. Okay, gather your information, I'm hearing as well. I feel like something's coming full circle for you guys. 4 and 9 is 13, if my math serves me right. That is change, that is transformation, that is the Death card. So there might be changes, there might be significant changes happening within your family life. Maybe moving, okay, or expanding your family. But whatever these changes are, they're good changes with the Autumn card there. Okay, because this is an abundance, this is harvest, this is something that it's good. And there's a lot of support here for you during this Saturn retrograde. For some of you, I feel like you're learning something new. That's just what I keep hearing. It's like you're learning something new. Yeah, I feel like for a lot of you, you've healed a lot of ancestral karma. There's something here with karma within the family that you were healing, that you were working through, or that you and your family were working through as a unit. And you've healing it. You've healed it. And so now you're being rewarded. Because they're saying untying the knots. For a lot of you, you were the beacon, or you are the beacon of light of your family. Maybe you guided your family through something here. Because I'm hearing like you are kind of like the indigo child, or the star seed of the family. Somehow you didn't fit into your family unit, but you helped them, you guided them through something here. Yeah, they're saying you were the warrior of light. And because of that, you're being rewarded. Yeah, there's a lot of forward movement here for you guys is what I'm picking up and what I'm hearing. Like you're moving on. You're moving on. You're moving forward on your path. And you have a lot of support and guidance. And not only from like the planets, but also from your guides and your ancestors as well. Trying to see if I'm missing anything else here. Yeah, I feel like you guys let go of something that was very unhealthy here. Yeah, and the family plays a significant role here with this. I feel like there was a cycle that was repeating itself over generations, and I feel like it came to a stop. This seems very specific, so it might not resonate with everyone, but that's the message that's coming through. Yeah, that is what I have for you guys. I hope this resonated. I wish you guys the best. Take care of yourselves. It was an honor. Bye.